Undead。
ようよう聞いてください、ミミッキュのラップだよ。ピカチュウじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。寂しがり屋のミミッキュだよ。お日様お日様ちょっと怖い、真っ暗なとこが好きなんだい。みんなと仲良くなりたくてピカチュウのまねっこしています。このお洋服似てるでしょ、手作りなんですごいでしょ。めくっちゃダメだよ絶対に、見たら呪われちゃうかもよ。ピカチュウじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。お化けじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。大きな爪で君を守るぞ、10万ボルトでお役に立つぞ。頼れるポケモンに育つから、あなたの仲間にしてください。ピカチュウじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。友達になろう、ミミッキュだよ。ピカチュウじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。寂しがり屋のミミッキュだよ。ピカチュウじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。お化けじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。ピカチュウじゃないよ、ミミッキュだよ。友達になろう、ミミッキュだよ。
Welcome to Nintendo Undead.
Yeah, that's right, folks. This podcast has risen from the grave for its 90th episode. I'm here today with Armando and Conor. Say hello, buddies.
Hello, buddies.
Hello, thank you, Arms. You're very thorough there. So we've got a crap ton of stuff this week. I'm predicting a long episode right now. We've got news from Nintendo's investor meeting, more news on Nintendo Switch, and a bunch of Pokemon Sun and Moon news. A new trailer was released, which basically told us everything we didn't know about the game. It's going to be busy. Yeah. But of course, we're going to start off with, well, first of all, for those of you who don't know, Nintendo Unleashed, or aka Nintendo Undead, is BlazKick's weekly Nintendo podcast where we go over the latest news, rumors, we discuss things, and generally have a good time. But as always, we'll get started by talking about what we're playing this week. So, Arms?
All right. I haven't played a lot, like always. Played a bit more of PlayStation VR. Just tried out a couple more games. I had people play it, so I got to see them like scream whenever they played
Nice.
Until Dawn. So that was fun. And for myself, I've played. I think the only played it was Overwatch. I played Overwatch like last Friday, I believe. That was fun.
Have you done the thing yet where you hook up your PSVR to another system?
I haven't, but I will do it.
You got to do Splatoon.
Exactly. That was the one that I was going to try out.
Cool.
So yeah, that's it for me.
Conor?
So I actually play a lot. I played Pokemon Go and Love Live like usual.
Well, yeah, of course. You casual.
Then for some reason I was just kind of bored and replayed Mario 3D Land. And
good stuff.
Beat the first 8 worlds in like a day and a half.
Wow. Oh, so you did from the beginning, not like jumping to random levels. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, were you going all green stars?
Star coins in that game, but yeah.
Wait. Oh, 3D Land?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And
nice.
Yeah, I got all the... I think I had to go back for the Zelda style level because I couldn't find the first one. It's kind of awkwardly
those ones are
hidden.
tricky.
But yeah, most of them I found just first playthrough.
Neat.
And then I also played Splatoon.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, I just felt like playing.
You had a fun week. I'm jealous.
I got 2 Monday and today my classes were canceled, so I had a bunch of free time. But then Splatoon started, took forever to get into lobbies. And, like, the timer would reset. I don't get the point of the timer when it just resets.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I think that's just a weird glitch.
But, and it would reset and there were only like 3 people in the lobby, so I was like, okay, maybe playing a Thursday morning while everyone's at school isn't the best time. So then I just played a bunch of random Mario Maker levels.
Oh my god.
You still play that game?
Yeah. I mean, that's the first time I played in months, but I do still play once in a while.
That game's fun just to like check the current, not the top ranked levels because those are always trash, but the featured levels are always good.
See, I don't even bother checking anymore.
Wrecked.
Yeah.
For me, it's the kind of thing where I might not want to get my TV hooked up and everything for it, but I would gladly pick up the gamepad and play a few courses.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do that because honestly, my gamepad is like all dirty because I haven't used it in a while.
Would you do it on the Switch?
Yes, I would. I would do it on the Switch. I would take it with me to school or something.
Now, hopefully, you would be able to Well, obviously, I mean, it would probably be the same vein as Mario Maker Wii, where you can download levels that you play online. So that's probably the same. Yeah. Cool. Connor, anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. For me, unfortunately, it was one of the busiest weeks in a while. I played nothing. That is not an exaggeration. I played nothing. Not even Pokemon Go.
You still play Pokemon Go?
No, but if I'm really bored and I have my phone, I might turn that on. But I was so busy that I didn't even have time to do that. So I had.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just had a bunch of assignments and a big essay this week. But this weekend I'm going in, and tonight I'm playing Splatoon tonight with friends.
Okay, that sounds fun. So I've been thinking about getting back into Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know if they ever gave a release date for the Pokemon Go app on Apple Watch?
I don't think so.
Right?
Okay.
You have an Apple Watch?
I'm getting one. I'm getting that Nike edition that's coming out soon. So
for that workout life, man, dude, Pokemon Go plus Nike, you're gonna be out all day.
Exactly.
If you want to try or get back into Pokemon Go, right now is probably a really good time because we'll talk about an event going on a little later. But now is
Double candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I think the Pokemon Go Plus is gonna come out soon again.
Oh, hype.
Yep. I know the date, but it's in a couple of days.
Neat.
So yeah.
Cool.
So just look out for inventory online and at stores.
Awesome.
It's before the end of the month. So
nice scoop. So that's it for what we've been playing, and of course, I'm going to dive right into the Nintendo download. There's some good stuff this week. Some spooky stuff too. On the Wii U, we have Ectoplaza, which is reportedly an award-winning game. It features local multiplayer stuff with slingshot mechanics, that's always a good time. I've heard a lot of good things. I haven't actually seen any gameplay, but definitely keep your eye on that one if you enjoy local. Solitaire on Wii U. It's terribly exciting. And
how much is it?
It's $5, which I would hope that it would be like $1 or less if you're whatever. I mean, honestly, I think if you were to sell that for 50 cents, I really think you could, sell that to a bunch of people, but by no means are you going to sell that for $5.
I'm kind of curious just to visit the Miiverse.
Oh, the community. It's going to be
see what they're up to.
Yeah. And our first spooky game, Demonic Karma Summoner. Apparently that has demonic animals in kawaii clothes, according to the description. So that's unique. On Wii U retail download, Just Dance 2017. I'm gonna wait for the Switch version myself.
Are you?
No, I'm not gonna. No.
Is that gonna be one of your launch titles you get for the Switch?
I don't know. I enjoy playing Just Dance with friends, but it gets broken out so rarely. I don't know if it's worth buying. It's one of those things which I feel like is worth renting, though.
But you can take it anywhere now.
That's a good point, Arms. And you can play those little break out the Joy-Cons. Woo.
Exactly.
I might consider that now.
I hope the game supports the Joy-Cons.
Oh, it will.
Cool.
I mean, obviously, assuming the things have motion, it will. But of course, your phones work too. But even if you're just playing with your phones, you can still bring the screen anywhere and play with friends, with the little stand. So that actually seems pretty neat. So that's on Wii U. It's the first one to feature dabbing, we think.
No, we don't think. It's we're pretty sure that it's going to.
Okay, we're pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. On Wii U Virtual Console, a Wii game, Lost in Shadow. I remember reading about this one in Nintendo Power. It was like a 2D platformer which has shadow-based mechanics.
Hedgehog?
I think nah. I mean, I wish. You can only hope, but we're talking regular little shadows here. And on 3DS retail download, Corpse Party, $30 updated version of PSP Remake. So it's like a remake of a remake. Is this what kind of game is this? VN? What is this?
No idea.
Okay, I've heard about it a lot. It seems, I don't know. It seems spooky, that's for sure. If you like spooky, and it looks for anime. If you like spooky and anime,
I think it's like a point and click.
Oh, okay.
Game.
So maybe check that out. And of course, the best theme of all, Mario's Halloween. So Overall,
those ReZero themes Japan got.
Nope. Overall, decent week. I would have to say pick of the week, Ectoplaza, or Plaza. I guess it's Ectoplaza. Would you guys have something to overrule that? Or are we cool?
Definitely Just Dance.
Oh.
Yeah, I would go for Just
All right.
Dance.
Well,
So you can dab.
Okay, dab on.
Exactly. Dab with your friends.
Okay, fine, that settles it. This week, dab on with Just Dance 2017. So that's it for our Nintendo download, and we're gonna get right into a big ol' investor meeting, which had some. Oh, bruh. Oh, yes. There's another thing first. Monster Hunter announcement, Double Cross. There was a Nintendo Direct today. This game is coming to 3DS in Japan March 18th. And it is essentially the remix/enhanced version of Monster Hunter Cross, which was called Generations in America. That came out in July here. And it's coming to Japan in March. Usually these games hit North America about 6 months after, if I'm remembering the pattern correctly. So maybe look for this around September of next year in North America. Now, obviously this game has currently only been confirmed for 3DS. I'm really hoping it gets a Switch version. That'll get me to pick it up. And it seems like having it on Switch would, definitely help Switch sales in Japan because that's a huge series in Japan. What do you guys think is the likelihood? Because Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, it was called Tri-G in Japan. At first, it only got announced for 3DS. But then at the Wii U event, 2 months before the Wii U's launch, I can't think of another event that's happening 2 months before systems launch, they announced it was also coming to the Wii U in addition to the 3DS. So I could possibly see a similar thing happening here. What do you guys think?
I think it's possible.
Yeah, I think it all depends on how long Capcom's had a dev kit and how easy it is to port to Switch from 3DS.
Right.
I think it's possible. I think they might do it because given Capcom's relationship with Nintendo.
Oh yeah, especially on 3DS, they've been a big partner.
Yeah.
In terms of Ace Attorney.
Yeah. I think they really want to get into NX as well. So
yeah.
Or Switch.
NX, you guys. That's 2 for 2, I think. So yeah, that's. I mean, I kind of dabble in Monster Hunter. I'm far from a hardcore fan. I own 4 Ultimate on 3DS and 3 Ultimate on Wii U. I don't own Generations, but I may pick this up. Like I said, if it comes to it'll definitely come to 3DS in America. There's no question about that. Mm-hmm. I may get it for 3DS, but if it comes to Switch, I will 100% get it. So. Yeah.
And to the question that you asked, that if that game would come out on Switch in Japan, like it would be huge. Yeah, it would be huge for
absolutely
that audience.
Yeah.
Like for example, if a Monster Hunter game came out on the Vita wouldn't be in the place that it is right now.
I mean, obviously the Vita's doing better in Japan than it is here, but it would be doing much, much better if it had Monster Hunter.
Yeah. And there's still people. I remember a couple years ago that people were still thinking that a Monster Hunter game would come out on Vita. And nothing.
Nope. So now we just have so much salt and pork begging. So yeah, that's it for that. And now, like I was saying, investor meeting. There was a lot of minor sales news. In my opinion, actually, we're going to talk about, in my opinion, what the biggest thing is later. But Nintendo did announce some things about the Switch. But first, we'll just go through some of the sales figures. So what did you guys find to be the most significant here?
Mario Kart 8 selling 8 million copies.
Yeah.
I agree. I remember that Polygon story where they...
everyone started posting it after that.
Yeah, buddy. So I'm actually pulling up the story right now. This Polygon idol from May 15th, 2014 says Mario Kart will likely be the worst-selling game in franchise's history. Here's why. And they have a little bar graph, or actually, it's not a bar graph. It's a weird. I don't know what to call this. They have a graph, which again at the time the Wii U had sold 6.17 million units, and they projected Mario Kart 8 to sell 1.26 million. Couldn't have been more wrong there, guys. So the other Mario Kart games on there, which sold similar to 8 million. Super Mario Kart sold 8.76. I don't think this is there yet, but it could certainly pass it. Mario Kart 64 sold 9.87. Super Circuit sold 5.47, so I already beat that.
Good
Double
trash.
Dash. What's that?
Good, it's trash.
Yeah. Double Dash, which is not trash, sold 6.95 million, so it beat that. And Mario Kart 7 sold 9.62. So it's already beaten
Also
two of them.
trash.
Yeah. So it's already beaten two of them, and it still could beat Super. So I think people were definitely having a good time rubbing that in Polygon's face.
I just realized, assuming Mario Kart 8.5 thing does come to Switch, then I'm not excited for it at all because DS is the only handheld Mario Kart that's not trash.
But we already know 8 is really good.
But it could run like garbage or something.
That's possible. I mean,
or they could take out.
Come on, that's a new gimmick.
Take out single player stuff like they did with 7, which
made me so mad. Okay, that's the one condition. Well, okay, let's talk about this for a minute here. I never thought we would get on this. So I can guarantee you it will run just as good, if not better, than the Wii U version because it's on more powerful hardware. I have a feeling the character roster, if anything, will only grow. We've already seen King Boo. As for the single player thing, I agree with you, but I feel like what's the point of taking a mode out of a game if it's like already in the game, you know?
I don't know.
We'll
Nintendo makes weird choices sometimes.
They do. But anyway.
And by the way, I don't think Conor listed this other figure here, but Splatoon sold over 4.5 million.
Oh yeah, and
just Splatoon, a new IP.
Just Splatoon, and what's amazing? What did Smash sell? About 5 million?
Yeah, it's just under 5 million.
Yeah, it's 4.99.
So I saw people talking about that, and that it's incredible how close they are. Because Smash Bros. Is one of the most popular franchises in gaming, period. It's a long-running franchise, it's running for over 14 years. Splatoon is a new IP in a genre Nintendo has ever done with, you could argue, a kiddie aesthetic.
Yeah.
I don't use that as a derogative term. It's child-friendly. I love the game, and yet they're so close. So, of course, a big part of that was Japan, but I think it's just great how, I'm happy that this IP was such a success. I remember them announcing this game in Codename Steam, thinking, how are these games going to do? Codename Steam couldn't have bombed much harder. Do you think
we'll get Codename Steam Switch edition?
Codename Steam is done.
Come on. You want the second one.
I do, but nobody else does.
$2 new.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, at EV Games it's $2.
Well,
it's probably cheaper for you because that's Canadian.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I can stop.
It's a really good game for that price. I don't think
I'll never play it. Like if I buy it, I'll never play it.
We even knew 3DS, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good with the C stick, but suit yourself. I mean, we're busy lives here, folks.
They don't even sell it new, just used.
Rip.
They sell the code to download it for $40.
Oh, no way. Anyway, yeah, so worth noting how crazy that is, and hopefully Nintendo... Okay, I'll get into another subtopic here. A lot of people have been complaining about Nintendo not doing a lot of new IP, so they responded and did a bunch of new IP on the 3DS eShop, some of which did fairly well, including Pushmo, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, and Box Boy. Splatoon was arguably their biggest hit. A lot of fans say, that's their only new IP, while failing to cite their 3DS entries. I acknowledge those 3DS entries, but I do hope they continue to produce new IP like this in the future for retail titles, because I think with the right marketing and it being a good game, they definitely have a big shot, as this game has shown. So it's looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And so now some hardware stuff, right? That was most of the software sales. 3DS has shipped 61 million, Wii U 13 million. I don't think those numbers have shifted too much from the last time. Well, actually, 3DS might have. Wii U definitely not. 3DS obviously has been on an upward trend thanks to Pokemon Go. Additionally, Nintendo expects to sell 2 million Switches in March. I've heard folks saying that's good if it's late March, not so good if it's early March. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's what the Wii U did, so 2 million in its first month, or November. So,
and Wii U was like November 18th or something like that,
yeah.
Right? So,
but I don't know if that's considered good or bad. I know PS4 and Xbox One both did 1 million day one.
Yeah.
But those were record breaking, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the Switch will do that.
You think it'll do more or less?
Less.
Nintendo
also has a supply problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I guess we'll see. I mean,
however, if they're expecting to sell 2 million, that should mean they at least produce 2 million.
Right. I'm expecting. Okay, in terms of Switch performance, So 3DS launch obviously was not too hot at all. Had a lot of people crying doom. I think this is going to be better than that, and I think throughout the year it's just going to kind of slowly ramp up, and really reach a big peak around Christmas time.
I think that's what the DS did.
When did DS launch?
I don't know, but I didn't pay too much attention to gaming when it launched, but I think I read stuff about its launch and saw that it had a kind of decent launch and then slow uptake until Brain Age or something came out.
Got it. So DS came out November 21, 2004. So maybe Brain Age came out sometime in 2005.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Obviously, as soon as you start introducing that killer software, hopefully that's when things are going to turn around. It didn't happen with Wii U, but it happened with 3DS, and the price drop helped too. I doubt we're going to see a price drop with this thing unless it costs $350. So let's wait and see.
Yeah. I'm impressed by how Pokemon Go impacted.
Oh, me too.
Sales and sales for the games actually as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, since the game came out, it got a huge boost.
Right. I have friends.
And it got a lot of interest from just normal people to try out the Pokemon Sun and Moon demo.
Right. I have so many friends who, are not really interested in Pokemon. We're talking about Pokemon Go. I know people who bought 2DSs because it's so cheap.
Yeah.
The 2DS I feel like is such a smart thing, and I really hope they. I mean, it seems kind of too late to announce this, but I really hope they do a Sun and Moon bundle with a 2DS.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's too late to announce it. They can still announce it, just have it up by make it like a Black Friday bundle.
Right. If you sell a 2DS and Sun or Moon, one of each with a different color system for $100, that's going to sell like mad. So.
We still haven't seen any new kind of bundle for the Wii U.
No, we haven't for a long time. What was the last one? The Smash Splatoon one?
Mario Maker was
it was Mario Maker.
Okay.
It was Mario Maker.
Got it. It's been a while. Of course, there's not going to be any new ones.
That's over a year ago now.
Yeah, and there's not going to be any new ones this year. So,
do you guys think they'll announce just one for the holidays like they did last year?
Oh, they might. Maybe like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker.
Nah, I don't think they'll go for those.
What do you think? What else can they do?
Mario Kart is a safe bet. Maybe include 2 games.
All right, but they've. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe let's say.
Wii Sports Club that sold the Wii.
Yeah, how about I feel like Kart and Maker is a good combo.
The Mario Holiday Bundle, yeah.
Yeah, because Smash is loosely related to Mario. Splatoon is not, so I feel like Kart and Maker might be smart. We'll see.
And actually, that would make sense. Just give me the Mario Holiday Bundle, something like that. Yeah.
And the last thing, which we're going to talk about for the meeting for now, is there's a major Miitomo update coming soon with a private messaging system as well as other features which they won't specify. Fingers crossed for room customization. I'll play with that. I really don't think we care too much about that, honestly. But hey, good to know this.
Remember when at least Conor and I? Oh no, you made a Japanese account as well too, so we can try out Miitomo earlier. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Remember those good times?
It wasn't even that much earlier. It was like a week or something.
No, we had it for more than you.
I think it was 2 weeks early.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we were bored of it by the time it came out.
Yeah. I did more with my Japanese account than my English account. Good times.
Yep. Anyway, so the thing from the investors meeting, which we're going to talk about later, but I'll briefly mention it now. Nintendo, I think everyone's surprised. It surprised me. They announced a January 12th event. It's a live event in Japan to announce the price, release date, launch lineup, etc. for the Switch. We're going to go into detail later, but I just wanted to mention it now.
Why not? Let's just talk about it now. That way
so we can focus Pokemon the rest of the time?
Yeah, we can do Pokemon now.
Okay. So we'll kind of talk Switch now. So this event, I think there was some kind of PR for it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They sent a PR.
Okay, if you can get that up. So yeah, basically we're going to learn price, release date, launch titles. Additionally, we know the venue. I forget the place, but it's in Japan.
It's a cool-looking building.
Yeah, it has these weird cubes that are flipped.
Apparently, it's bigger than the venue for TGS.
Yeah.
like that.
So this seems like it's going to be a big event. Man, I remember back when people were talking about Nintendo's investor meeting where they talked about NX not being at E3. People were saying, "Oh man, there's going to be a Space World type event." And like at first, I was like, "I don't think that's going to happen," but this is what that's looking like. You know?
Yeah. I think that's what it is because Space World, I think it was mainly in Japan. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that's what it's gonna be because they're gonna invite press.
Oh, they're gonna invite tons of press. I wonder how much fan stuff they're gonna do.
I don't know what events do they have after that? PAX South.
Yeah.
I think that's the last week.
When is PAX South?
I think it's the last week of January. So
It's the same weekend as MagFest.
Maybe they'll bring it to PAX South. Who knows?
Yeah.
So they did talk about wanting to bring the Switch experience to players before launch, and so this will obviously be a big part of that.
Okay. Yeah, I have it here. So
okay. The PR.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So let me see. Okay, in a presentation to financial analysts today in Tokyo, that was of course the investors meeting. President Tatsumi Kimishima announced that major details regarding the company's new Nintendo Switch home gaming system will be shared at the Nintendo Switch presentation 2017. That's what they're calling this event.
Right. Good name.
This will be an event for invited media, financial analysts, and trade partners in Tokyo that will be globally live streamed on January 12th U.S. time. The presentation will include
what does that mean? Oh, January 12th for the U.S. Okay, I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the presentation will include the launch date and pricing for the Nintendo Switch, as well as a look at the lineup of games currently in development.
Awesome.
Then Kimishima has also announced that Nintendo Switch sampling events for invited media partners and consumers will take place in the U.S. and Europe after the presentation at later dates. So.
Hopefully between then and launch, right? We'll see.
Yeah, and then they'll just announce more stuff later.
Cool. So Western press will be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I figured.
Yeah, they'll definitely send like IGN, Kotaku.
Yeah. I mean, this seems like such a big event. Like, this is not a low-key event.
Oh, no.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
By the way, for people used to Nintendo events being early in the morning, this will probably be a night one for us.
Oh, God, yes.
Just because when basically the Pokemon stuff at 6 a.m. Pacific is 10 p.m. Japanese time, and the directs at 7 a.m. or 11 p.m., so that's kind of late.
Mm-hmm.
I expect it to be around 10 a.m. Japanese time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific time.
So for Japan, it's going to be on the 13th, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So if it's
awesome. Yes.
If it's January 13th at 10 a.m., I would expect it to probably be 5 or 6 p.m.
Awesome. And it makes sense that it would be that early because it's happening in Japan, right? They want to obviously cater to that audience first and live stream to everyone else.
Yeah,
God, I hope that's the case.
They need to give time to the press to try out the games and everything.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to need the whole day, right?
So that makes sense.
Oh, that's so exciting to me because I was afraid this was going to be one of those crappy 9 a.m. things where I'm sitting in literature class trembling, trying not to click on Twitter.
Yeah, it's probably a night.
Yeah.
Probably late evening.
This way, we can get that Blaze Kick live stream coverage.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So also the PR noted that the exact time for the Nintendo Switch presentation 2017 will be announced through Nintendo's social media channels in the coming weeks. So
that excites me too. I mean, okay, do you interpret? I'm getting so obsessive over this. Do you interpret coming weeks as by December? By the time December starts?
I don't think so. If anything, we'll get it like mid-December.
Okay. I'm just looking forward to it. I'm so eager to find out when it is so I can plan around it and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that they actually announced it.
Yeah. I expected the announcement to come in December or November, right? Not October. I'm surprised, but I'm so excited.
Yeah, they're making a huge deal out of it. I think the last time they did something like that was I don't think it's going to be as big as the Wii U event. Remember that event that happened in
where they spent
September?
like 30 minutes talking about TV.
Yeah, I think this is going to be much bigger. Why do you think this is going to be smaller?
I think it's going to be bigger.
Oh, I thought you said you think it's gonna be
different. No, it's gonna be different.
Oh, different. Yeah, no, it's gonna be different. For sure. So we think it's definitely gonna be a stage presentation, right? Seems like it. Okay.
I think they should theme it after those weird Japanese TV commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think this is gonna be the first time we see Kimishima on stage?
Oh,
Might be.
Probably.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a major event for them. So if he doesn't come out for this, he's not coming out for anything. Folks should understand that, I think.
Yeah. I think we'll see Kimishima, Reggie, Beltran, of course.
Right.
He's going to translate.
Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Oh, we can hear Bill Trinnan's Japanese.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, Bill Trennan's going to have to bring his A game because this is getting live streamed globally. He's going to have to translate to English probably, right? So that's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
So, other Switch stuff. Hype.
Right. Oh, also, one more thing I want to mention. From the investor meeting, Nintendo was kind of bragging about, and rightfully so, bragging about the attention that the Switch trailer garnered on social media. If I remember correctly, 23 million views globally. Again, that's number off the top of my head. I think that's right. And they said, and I think like over 95% positive reception. So
yeah,
that sounds good. I'm really excited. I think everyone is. Most people, I should say. I remember I was there for I'm just so happy that people are clear what this thing is. Like, the Wii U, there was so much confusion, and it felt like, I wasn't really on Twitter at the time, but I felt like talking to people, it just felt like nobody really understood what it was, therefore they couldn't get excited for it. Yeah. But it's just so clear, and I think Nintendo did a great job.
Even going into the launch, people didn't know what it was.
Oh, some people still don't know what it is.
Yeah. Like, I remember going to GameStop to pick up my Wii U when it came out. And there was this family that was just there because I think they were going to buy like a Wii game or something. Mm-hmm. Then they asked like what we were in line for, and we told her that a new system's coming out, that a new Wii is coming out. Mm-hmm. And we told her about the Wii U, and she just thought it was a controller for the Wii U.
Oh my god!
And even there, like, she played with the demo because I think there was a demo for Rayman Legends. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's all like, "Oh, can I just buy this controller and play on my Wii?"
I don't understand. What do you think it was? Do you think it was the name? It had to have been the name.
Yeah, it was the name.
It was the fact that the controller was like the only thing marketed for a long time.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Just a disgusting combo. Man, that was disastrous. But clearly they got it right this time with showing both the dock and like showing all the pieces of the system, giving it a name non-related to previous products. We're off to a good start.
I think the only reason they went with Wii U, with the Wii brand, is because of the Wii.
Oh yeah, they were kind of tried to ride on their success.
It didn't work.
That failed.
Yeah, that 100% backfired. I think they overestimated people's love for the Wii brand name in a big way, and that really hurt them.
And in a way, they did that with the 3DS as well.
That's true, but for the
3DS, it worked. Like 3D.
Yeah, it worked. It worked for the 3DS. Plus,
at least the name. I'm talking about the name.
Oh, the name. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the end, it worked because it like games that people actually wanted to play. Mm-hmm.
And actually, on that for the 3DS, I would argue that there's probably maybe even more confusion, but it didn't matter to people because like with handhelds, people are happy to buy a new one. It seems like with phones and that kind of thing. But I guess with it being a Wii U, like people are maybe less eager to buy new home consoles. I don't know. Like a lot of people still refer to the 3DS as just the DS, but that's fine to them. Mm. It's such a complicated deal.
At least if they refer it as just a DS, they won't get that confused because you can play DS games on there. So if they just buy a 3DS for DS games, it will work.
Yeah, that works. Anyway, Conor, you were saying Switch.
Let's switch
it. So, rip backwards compatibility. There was any doubt, according to the Wall Street Journal guy. I forget his name right now.
Takashi Mochizuki.
Yeah. He says he basically confirmed in an interview with Nintendo, but we saw where the cartridge goes. It looks nothing like a 3DS cartridge. There's nowhere to put a Wii U disc. So, yeah, it was pretty much confirmed dead from the trailer.
And I think people also remain. I mean, it also seems unlikely that some people are holding on to this hope, but I think it's unlikely that there will be digital support for those systems. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, maybe.
Got it.
Maybe 3DS.
Not like maybe like how the Wii U had a discount if you owned a game through the Wii Virtual Console.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's going to carry over.
Oh yeah, I mean that. I'm talking about like in terms of downloading Wii U and 3DS games.
I doubt it.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. I think maybe 3DS, but not Wii U. Maybe 3DS. We'll see.
And also, the last of the confirmed things is Nobunaga's Ambition will be coming to the Switch. Not really a surprise. It's on literally everything. Most of these games don't ever get released in the West, though. So.
Mm-hmm. Additionally,
unless it's tied to an IP like Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon Conquest, for example, was a Nobunaga's Ambition crossover.
Cool if they did Conquest 2 or something. I mean, I doubt it, but that would be awesome. Also, the last confirmed thing, they said they won't sell at a loss, but they also said they won't sell at a loss, but they're listening, something like that.
Yeah, I think what they mean by that is they have like maybe say it costs like $250 to produce one unit. So technically selling it $250 isn't a loss, but they would prefer to do it at $300.
Yeah.
So if the main outcry seems to be for $250, they would do $250 because most systems do sell at a loss, but then make up for that with game sales.
Yeah.
Or
eventually,
like controllers.
Eventually the hardware starts becoming profitable as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think they could survive on selling it at exactly what it costs to produce.
Mm-hmm. And of course, if they have to go a little bit over, that's fine. Like if they produce for $230, sell for $250, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It seems like those $50 integers are kind of the sweet spot. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's encouraging to hear that they said they're listening or something like that, or like they'll consider feedback or something. At least I don't recall them ever saying that in regards to hardware. So that was interesting. But, we've talked a lot about price, but I think it's worth kind of briefly skimming through again. What do you guys... Okay, there's obviously a couple questions. There's what would you pay, and what do you think people would pay? For me, the most I would pay without flinching, I should say, would be $300. I know some who would pay $350, but for me, $300.
I'd go for $350 if it comes with the game.
Well, if it comes with a game, yes.
But if it's just the console by itself, yeah, $300 is fine. If it's just a console, it can't be over $300 because I don't think it will be successful.
I agree.
So.
Cool. Now, in terms of selling to consumers, I wonder if they'll do a basic at $250 and $300 an advanced set, or if they'll just want to do one SKU.
SKUs.
I wonder if they'll just want to do one and set it at $300.
They might think that was an issue with the Wii U.
Yeah.
It had two separate things, and that might have confused even more.
Exactly. Whereas the 3DS was just two colors and that's it.
Yeah. I think it's just gonna be one.
I hope so, honestly.
Like, what kind of like memory is this thing gonna have? Like,
another rumor. Sorry to jump around, but apparently no hard drive support on the dock. So I'm thinking SD or micro SD up to 128.
Yeah, I'll go for. I think it'll probably be a micro SD card.
Mm-hmm. I would hope that you can format it like the 3DS to make it 200. We'll see.
Someone will find a way to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, so like Conor said, that's the last of the confirmed stuff, but we have some rumors as well from various places. Eurogamer, there's some stuff from, what's her name, Laura Kate Dale or something like that on Twitter from Let's Play Video Games.
She's the one who leaked all the NX reveal tomorrow.
Right.
So that's why she's trustworthy.
Yeah, and she also was one of the people who had a PS4 Pro early. Or not Pro, but Slim. So she's definitely trustworthy. So first up, battery from her. I forget if she listed a range or specifically said 3.
She said 3 hours. Then someone else, I forget who said 325.
Okay. So for me personally, hearing 3 disheartens me, but hearing 3 to 5 I can live with. You know? Like if I can turn off wireless, turn brightness down a little bit but not all the way and get 5, I'll be happy. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I hope it's 3 to 5. If it's 3, that's kind of worrying.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously it's
how much did the Wii U gamepad get?
Like 3 to 4, I feel like.
3 to 4, still.
At least as far as I recall. I recall to me, it almost feels like the Wii U gamepad battery life is worse than 3DS, just from memory.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Isn't it 3DS like 6 to 8?
Yeah.
No.
Without the
Wait,
3DS?
is it?
Yeah, my 3DS lasts quite long with it.
I thought it was less. And obviously the XL has even more, right? So.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I was talking about the
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
The normal one was trash.
Yeah. Yeah, no, let's hope it's. I mean, if one of these is true, I'd really hope 3 to 5. The other thing, I really hope they, I mean, they're gonna have to talk about this when they talk about what the system comes with. But when they're talking in January, we know the dock charges it, or at least are we positive the dock charges it? We're just pretty sure.
I think that was
I think,
confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's also
it was probably implied.
Right. It seems like a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, because the dock is going to be connected to a power outlet.
Yeah, the dock has power. So okay.
That would make sense.
So let's also hope that there is like an AC adapter, right? Hopefully USB. We'll see about that though. For the handheld unit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of essential. Like you don't release a handheld system and not have a charger.
What about the what are they called again?
Joy-Cons. Oh, this gets complicated. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have a few components we're dealing with. Not going to talk about the Pro Controller. Talk about everything else. So you have what I'm going to call the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
The Joy-Cons and the Joy-Con grip.
Mm-hmm.
All of which presumably have separate battery power. Actually though, I think the Switch doesn't have battery, or I think the grip doesn't have battery power. I think the Joy. Well, it's just a prediction. No basis for this. Just a guessing. I would assume that the Joy-Cons have a battery life, and they give the grip power. Because why give the grip power? It can't do anything on its own. You know?
Yeah. Look like a dog with no ears.
Yeah. Poor dog. So my guess is that you'll be able to charge the Switch using either the dock or a cord, and that the Joy-Cons are... The Joy-Cons, I don't know. Could they be AA powered? I hope not.
Good. I hope not.
I think AAA, looking at the size, is more likely.
Yeah. I wonder... Wait. Okay. When you store the... This is just a kind of a theory. Maybe when you store the Switch, if you keep the Joy-Cons on, it'll charge them there too?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Maybe that would...
And hopefully because they don't have a screen, they can hold a much bigger charge. Therefore, you won't need a cord for them. You'll only need to charge them at home. We'll see. We know no details about battery except for the dock, so this is all guesswork here.
Yeah.
Next up, screen rumors. This originally came from Emily Rogers, and now Eurogamer is reporting on it. So it's most likely true. I mean, Eurogamer was the one to report on a hybrid, and that was all 100% true. Everything from like NVIDIA, like they were 100% accurate, with the exception of like September reveal or whatever. But so they're reporting a 6.2-inch touchscreen, which is that the exact same size as Wii U? I forget.
Yes.
Okay. And 720p multi-touch. The Wii U was resistive touch, I think 480.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big step up, all things considered. Now, obviously, if it's multi-touch, that means there's no stylus, which, again, people observed. They didn't see a stylus in the trailer. And that seems fine. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't expect it to be 1080. 720 looks great on a handheld. So I guess that's kind of to be expected. I feel like the only thing people were really unsure about was the touchscreen. What do you guys think about that? Yeah,
I mean,
no big deal, right?
Seemingly, games are going to have to be able to be played without the touch screen anyway. Like I would think all the touchscreen's going to be used for is like keyboards and
menus and
menus,
things. Yeah.
like navigating through the system
Right.
or something like that.
I would hope so. Some people have said, oh, well, okay. Another thing people have picked off on one of the Joy-Cons, I think the right Joy-Con, people have picked off an IR sensor, which could act similar to a Wii remote pointer. People have been saying, oh, well, for touch-based games, you can use that on the TV. It's not the same input.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well.
No, not really. Because there are going to be swipe-based motions, which you simply can't replicate using a pointer. Things like if you have to drag from the top of the screen to the bottom, and then like go back up, like then you remove your finger from the screen. But if you're doing touch, like you can't remove the IR. There are differences in the inputs. I don't think that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. But hopefully multi-touch is in, because I feel like for a lot of people, touch-based menu navigation is really nice, myself included. I always enjoy that, especially the keyboard. I think that's much more important, and especially if it's multi-touch. I mean, I guess that doesn't really affect the keyboard, but whatever. So that's probably the least important one. And this is not a rumor, but this is coming from Kimishima. This is from a Bloomberg article. Titled, what is happening? Hold on, Bloomberg doesn't like my ad block. Well, okay, quiet down. Oh, this is terrible.
It's Nintendo precedent. Oh my god, there's an ad.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, I'm not going to open this, or we'll hear it.
Okay, I got it. Nintendo president hints of bigger hardware plans for Switch. Kimishima says, by no means was that everything, in reference to the trailer. Additionally... Well, this is unrelated, but he says, Kimishima says he was surprised at the stock decline. Oh, Kimishima, that's because investors just like mobile, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that happened too.
No,
So investors didn't like the NX.
Yeah.
The stock drops for everything, though. Apple's stock dropped.
Right.
The iPhone 6.
This shouldn't surprise people. With things like these, what really matters is market and consumer reception.
Yeah.
And that's been really positive so far. Positive and, in large numbers. So, don't worry, Kimishima. We got your back, dude. So that's it for that. And I think that's it for the Switch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, man, will Switch become our weekly thing? I sure hope so.
I think so. I think it will.
Yeah. Because
we're probably slow down.
We're only 5 months out from launch.
Yeah,
so,
and it's only been a week since it actually got revealed.
And we already have another huge batch, so we'll see. Anyway, Pokemon time. These guys know a lot more than I do.
So Pokemon Go has a Halloween event going on right now where you can get double candy for catching a Pokemon. That's now 6 candy. Transferring a Pokemon is now 2. As well as if you're doing the buddy system, the steps, I don't have them memorized, but the steps are drastically cut not in half, but like way below that to get a candy. So that's pretty hype. I don't know if hatching an egg gives any more candy than it normally does, but that already gave like 27 or something.
So. Imagine if that gave double. That would be ridiculous.
Actually, I hatched an egg yesterday. I can check if it gave extra. So I'll do that while we continue talking.
Okay, cool.
There's also boosted appearance rates for some Pokemon. This includes the Ghastly line, the Drowsy line, and the Zubat line. I've also noticed a ton of Cubone and Marowak appearing.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But I don't know if they weren't mentioned in any of the footage stuff.
I'm assuming they may have done that behind the scenes, because when I booted the game up earlier today, I know I said I hadn't played it, but that was the one time. I booted it up and looked around my neighborhood, and I just checked the nearby, and the first one was Cubone. And I never see them around my neighborhood, so I think they are probably related to that somehow.
It makes sense, because Cubone's wearing its mother's dead skull, or its dead mother's skull, and Marowak was the ghost in the original games, so it makes sense. Spoilers for a 20-year-old game.
Right. Random. Well, this is just a little gripe from me. My new least favorite thing of the week is seeing people say Pokemon Go is dead. We don't care what you think. Sorry. Yes, the game has declined in popularity, but that doesn't mean it's not still popular. As far as I recall, it's currently the number one game on the U.S. App Store top grossing after having slipped thanks to the Halloween update. As far as I'm aware, the number one grossing app as far as I'm aware, one of the number one video game markets in the world doesn't really sound dead to me. So, think again, maybe? I don't know.
So no, the candy for egg hatching is not up.
Okay.
Execute only got 21.
Got it. So that's just a random little side note. I see that every time someone mentions Pokemon Go. Look, I'm on Twitter.com right now. I saw a tweet from Balrog the Master talking about Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah.
And first two replies I see say about Pokemon Go is dead. It's like...
Well, not even just random people on Twitter. It's like outlets saying that.
Oh, yeah. And it's like... I mean, it's sensationalism. Like that's all it is.
At least Tomo actually is dead.
Yeah,
like, I haven't seen any reports on that.
That would be an accurate description.
Yeah, but they don't report on that because they
don't even know what it is. They don't even know what it is. That's how dead it is. So think about it this way: if a game is big enough for an outlet to report on it, I don't think it's dead. Like, I don't know. Anyway, sorry about the dogs.
Dogs are hype. Anyway, Pokemon. There was a trailer today.
Was there?
Yeah, there was.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Don't watch it. So many spoilers.
Definitely not on Twitter all over the place.
Oh, you're okay. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So, this included such things such as the starter evolutions, which is the first time apparently that we got the third form. Before release, which includes Decidueye.
Decidueye.
I don't know how to pronounce that. I think that's right. Which is Rowlet's evolution.
It sounds like that Final Fantasy game.
Decidueye,
yeah.
It's Rowlet's evolution loses its flying type to become Grass Ghost. Guess emo Rowlet took it a little too far. It has Spirit Shackle, which prevents switching. Yay.
So is that like
mean look, I guess. I think it does damage too. Because the other two starters exclusive moves deal damage and have a secondary effect, so I think it deals damage, but I wasn't paying attention to that part.
Okay.
Then we have Incineroar, which is Fire Dark. And is Litten's Evo, so not firefighting. Congrats, Litten people.
Well, he stood up, so.
Oh, yeah, still stood up. It has Darkest Lariats, which ignores stat changes. I know there's another move like this. It's slipping my mind right now. These are all basically clones of other moves, except for Popplio's for some reason. Which is Primarina.
Best name.
Water fairy type and has.
I haven't seen it yet. PRE Marina.
Primarina.
Like
that's
prima
perfect.
Donna, ballerina.
Oh my god, that's so smart.
Yeah.
I thought she was already perfect, but it just got even better. Oh wow. Day one.
Its exclusive move is Sparkling Aria, which heals burns of the target. Which some people were wondering, like, why would you want to heal your opponent? But I think its purpose is for Guts users and Facade users to get rid of their burn. But they don't always use burn. Unless they have Poison Heal, they're probably going to use burn, though. Because why would you want paralysis?
Yeah.
Or poison? But, yeah, so I guess that's maybe going to be useful. I don't know. Game Freak also went ham, just revealing all 3 of the remaining Guardians at once.
Might as well.
With, everything leaked anyway, so might as well. With Tapu Lele, which is Psychic Fairy, Tapu Bulu, which is Grass Fairy, and Tapu Fine, which is Water Fairy. They all have the terrain ability relating to their type, with Tapu Lele's being the only new one, which makes them immune to psychic attacks or psychic attacks fail or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
they have that special C move.
Yeah, there's also a special C move that the trainer channels their inner sadist when using. It makes a giant body, and then they crush the enemy to do 75% of the health, which means it's Super Fang. I don't know why they needed to clone Super Fang as a Z move, but they did apparently. So probably no one's going to use that. It's called Guardians of Alola, I think.
Yeah.
It's a garbage Z move. Don't use it.
That's a pretty cool animation.
Yeah, especially the crush with my fist.
Yeah.
The animation's cool, but the move itself sucks. And we got one new Pokemon. Well, one unrelated to anything Pokemon, which is Cosmog. It's Psychic type, has Unaware for its ability, and the Japanese trailer reveals it's the thing that Lily has in her bag.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been rampant speculation about this thing's relation to other things, but we can't talk about that because it involves data mine stuff. So,
yeah,
yay! You guys can go on r/Pokemon if you want to learn. I'm sure it's on the front page still, unless you're like 2 months in the future. Which, why are you listening to this? There's also Alola Persian, which is pure dark and has Fur Coat and Technician. Fur Coat
Alola form.
Yeah, it's pretty garbage.
Yeah.
Fur Coat is a pretty garbage. Well, Fur Coat itself is a good ability, but only garbage things get it, like Furfrou and now Alola Persian. So, yeah. And they also revealed a new mode, I guess, which is the Battle Tree, which allows you to battle past champions, including Wally, and for some reason.
Maybe he became the champion of Hoenn or something.
I don't know, that's weird. As well as Cynthia, Blue, and Red were also shown.
Yeah. By the way, Blue and Red are older.
Yeah, Wally looks the exact same as always, but Blue and Red age, so...
Yeah.
There we go. And Red has a cool shirt with 96 written on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what it is? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense.
So,
Oh, and then they also showed that there's no Pokemon League yet, but they're building one.
Yeah, they're building one on some cool mountain.
So that leak was true. Remember, that was part of a leak.
Yeah, that was part of the Chinese leak, which was basically confirmed.
Everything.
For a while.
Yeah. So thoughts?
I kind of wish they gave Alola Dugtrio instead of Persian, just because I want to know its type.
Oh, well, way to go. We didn't mention him last.
What? He's in the demo. You can see him.
Well, I only played it once, so I don't know.
Why didn't we mention him?
I don't know, because it was part of the data mining thing.
No, it wasn't.
Well, we didn't mention it last week when we were talking about it.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well,
I wanted to mention it, but you didn't.
He is officially revealed. Basically, he's in the demo. You can see him just walking in the demo, walking around in the demo.
Mm.
So he's not. He wasn't revealed through data mining.
Mm. I think that's the best Lola form. Because we've seen all of them now, especially since we looked at the leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. My least favorite is this Persian.
I agree. It's just an ugly, weird little thing.
I was expecting something much cooler than Garfield. So
it's just weird because normal Persian looks kind of like a serious Pokemon a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is just like a goofy, weird.
No, because Alola Meows looks cool.
Yeah, he's very sassy. He's very Sonic. But then we have the lasagna loving freak.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm excited for the game though. I can't wait.
Yep, me too.
I like
November what?
18th. I like the names for the starters. Litten's final evolution kind of is growing on me now because he looks much better in the official artwork than in leaks or just fan art. So and he looks pretty cool in the game. But I still think I'm gonna go with Rowlet.
What's the water called again? Prima.
Primarina.
Cool.
Oh, it also has the Marina thing in it. I was just like prima donna, ballerina, but it also has Marina.
All three. Whew.
Is that your starter? Is that gonna be your starter?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I mean, so when they were first revealed, I was Team Poplio, right? When they revealed Brion, I was like, I kind of like it. Wasn't my favorite design in the world, but this, oh god, I love this final evolution.
So are you gonna soft reset to get a female?
Maybe, we'll see. It doesn't matter too much to me, honestly, because when I'm playing, I don't really pay attention to their genders, so.
Or IVs or nature.
No, none of that.
See, I'm just gonna like reset to get a good natured Rowlet.
Well, I need a female Rowlet for my clan, so.
For Kotori.
Yeah.
Can't believe you're doing that. My God. I'll battle you and I'll destroy Kotori.
I'm not gonna evolve it, so probably.
Yeah, I'll destroy it with Pikachu.
Use it against Pikachu.
With Mimikyu. I'll use it with Mimikyu.
I'll destroy Mimikyu.
I'll use its what's the name of its C move? Eternal Despair or something? I'll use that. Alright. So is that it?
Yes, that is it. We don't have a date for the next trailer. If I was to guess, it would be November 14th because Korokoro, that's when they usually do the Korokoro trailer.
So that week of release?
Yeah, so that'll be the final trailer.
When do you think we'll get reviews? I think it's probably going to be that day.
Yeah, they might do that. They might have the embargo like when the
and do a launch trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that works. Of course, Blazekick is not getting a review copy.
You don't know.
Oh, have you?
They haven't sent them out yet.
But have you emailed Nintendo?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I emailed Nintendo and they're like,
"Oh yeah,
this guy reviews lots of visual novels and anime. I think he'd be perfect
for a JRPG."
He's a weeb.
Just link him to your Twitter. They'll give you the copyright away.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's it.
Plug time.
Yeah.
So I finally
no
have. Oh, rip poll.
That's okay. You do the. I'll do the poll. I'll do the poll. You do the plug.
Okay. So I finally have a review up. However, it's not up yet. It will be up on Sunday. It's The Disastrous Life of Psyche K, that anime. And at a weird time, but makes it, I guess, I don't have to add it onto a huge lineup of anime all ending at once. And then go watch She's Out of the Last Witch, episode 4.
Okay, so in the poll?
Last week's poll was Unleashed asks, which name do you prefer, Switch or NX? We had 21 votes. NX won 71% to 29. What do you guys think? I prefer Switch.
Yeah,
I think if we ask this again in like a couple months, I think Switch will win.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are maybe still getting used to it. It took me a few days to get used to, but now I prefer Switch.
I'm still not used to it. I called it NX, so
yeah,
we called it NX.
Yeah.
Conor and I, so.
Now, for this week, should we talk about, what do we think, Pokemon? Something
easiest one is Pokemon.
Could do the 3 starters.
Yeah, let's do the 3 starters.
Perfect. Okay.
I think we did them all at the previous stages, so might as well just finish it off.
Awesome.
Yep.
So what are their names again? We have Primarina, something with
Incineroar.
Incineroar and Decidueye.
Decidueye.
Of course, I think Primarina is going to win.
I think it's going to be Decidueye. I hope Primarina is second, though. We'll see.
Everyone hates Incineroar, so.
What's up with the name? Is the name supposed to be clever?
Incinerator and Roar.
Yeah. I got someone on.
We just got Pyro last generation, so we totally need a pun that's basically the same thing.
I think someone on, I think it was DeviantArt, made a bad Pokemon and named it Incineroar like 3 years ago.
And it was Fire Dark, and it's a tiger. So Game Freak was browsing DeviantArt for ideas.
Oh, God. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Game Freak, whatever you do, please don't search Pokemon on DeviantArt, especially relating to anything with Gardevoir or Lucario.
None of them, no. And especially not this new fellow.
Oh.
Probably any one of them, if I'm being honest, but mostly Incineroar.
Just any Pokemon. Don't search Pokemon. All right, is that it? So
that's the poll. That's
okay. Yeah, so it's gonna go up on Tuesday, November 1st.
Ooh.
So yeah, so that's it for the topics this week on Nintendo Undead, aka Nintendo Unleashed. And we do have a Patreon. BlazeKick.com has a Patreon page, and that's patreon.com/BlazeKick, where you pledge $1 a month and you'll get early access to Nintendo Unleashed, the PlayStation Point Podcast Scorpio, and exclusive access to the BlazeKick podcast, which is a monthly podcast. And by the way, we need to record that soon. So yeah. So if you want to help us out, just go to patreon.com/BlazeKick. And we do have a YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/BlazeKickMedia. Make sure to subscribe there and leave a comment on this video. We always like comments, so yeah, please do that. And subscribe on iTunes and Google Play Music. That's, of course, the podcast feed if you just want the audio version. So yeah, just go search Nintendo Unleashed. You might want to add Nintendo Unleashed podcast on iTunes to find us. But yeah, we're there. All our episodes are there. So if you want to listen to all the 89 past episodes for some reason, they're on Google Play and iTunes.
Well,
and on YouTube. I
guess that could be interesting to just click on a random episode and see what was going on in the world of Nintendo.
Yeah, or just click on the... Yeah, no, actually, it makes a good timeline for the Wii U. You know why? We started as a podcast that talked a lot about Amiibo. Then we just stopped.
Yep.
And we talked about games that we played on the Wii U, and then we just stopped playing games on Wii U.
Nintendo has a clear... they always have something that has constant news. Like, when we first started, all we were talking about really was Amiibo.
Yeah.
Every week was Amiibo. Then I guess there wasn't anything for a little bit there. Then it was Pokemon. Now it's Pokemon, but that's about to end, and Switch.
It was Miitomo, remember? It was Miitomo. Then we didn't really...
we did Mario Maker. Remember Mario Maker?
But that one lasted like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, it lasted quite a while with the event courses.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And also leading up to the game, there was quite a bit of news. Splatoon, was, of course. All the new maps. And
weekly weapons and the maps and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did have like a Splatoon segment, for a while. But now it's just gone. We're switching over to Switch. Okay, well, yeah. If you want to listen to all our episodes, go do it. We'll really appreciate it because we've been working on this for almost 2 years. So, yeah, 10 more and we reach 2 years.
Hype.
We're old. We're old. And follow us on Twitter. I'm at ArmsMXZ. Conor is at 331. Noah is at Dashi007. BlazeKick is at BlazeKickTweet. Nintendo Unleashed is at NinTweet. So
Nin Unleashed.
Nin Unleashed. Nin Unleashed. Yeah, follow all of those accounts. You won't regret it. Yep. Especially follow the BlazeKick Twitter account for your anime polls. Like a tie. Did your poll get a tie or something?
It's not done yet because I made it run a week, but it's a 3-way tie for second right now. So I guess I'm gonna have to do it again, taking out the thing that's in first.
Oh my god, that's awesome! So great. And visit BlazeKick.com for Conor's anime reviews. That's it. And for all our podcasts, because they're right there for you to listen or for you to watch the video of. Yeah, that's it. So if you guys have listened to any of these episodes before, we usually have an intro song and an outro song. And this time we usually use like music from a game that's on a Nintendo console.
Or Love Life.
Or Love Life. Or I think we used like 8-bit clips or 8-bit remixes of like popular songs. I think we used Baby one.
Baby, yeah.
Yeah, we also used Baby Metal when they got a costume.
Oh yeah. And I think we used All About That Bass once too. So,
mostly from Nintendo games.
Yeah, mostly from Nintendo games. And well, this time, it's not going to be from a Nintendo game. It's just going to be a song that someone made. The song is called Fresh Air, and it's made by Chloe Alexis. The song sounds like it's from an Animal Crossing game.
I'm excited. Yeah. I've never heard it. It's going to be the premiere for me.
Yeah, I'll link you to it so you can hear it. It's really soothing, and yeah, it does sound like it's from an Animal Crossing game. And she did mention that she did like Captain's song from Animal Crossing New Leaf, so might be inspired by that. And you guys should totally follow Chloe on Twitter. Her Twitter is at Chloe Alexis. That's CHLOEALXIS. So Chloe Alexis. And if you follow her through us, make sure to tell her that we sent you. Tell her that Nintendo Unleashed, or you could even say Nintendo Undead sent you. So make sure to do that, please. And she's a really awesome person. I think you'll guys enjoy the song that we're about to play because it's really good and she's really talented. So yeah, make sure to follow on Twitter. She's really cool. And we'll also leave a link with her SoundCloud account. That way you can keep up with any music that she might release in the future. And of course, you can listen to the song that we're about to play here. And yeah, just make sure to do all that. Make sure to do all that, please. And well, that's it for this episode of Nintendo Unleashed. Thank you very much for listening to this. And if you're on YouTube, thank you very much for watching this. And we'll be back next week for episode 91. I think we'll definitely talk about a lot more Nintendo Switch stuff because, rumors and whatnot. So thanks again, and we'll see you later.
you